What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have a video that I'm really excited to talk about. It's another solo queue strategy, another pick that I think is really strong, really underrated, and a pick that I think you guys can all abuse to gain tons of LP. In this video today, as you can see on the screen, we are talking about Kalista top lane. This pick, it's not something that was invented by TheShy, but it was definitely popularized by TheShy, and he's the one getting this kind of on the map to players, especially in the West, getting people talking about this pick. If you don't know, TheShy is a Korean top laner who plays in the Chinese professional league. He plays on Invictus Gaming, one of the best teams in the world. He's won a world championship as a top laner, and he is one of the best top laners in the world. He's very innovative, he's very good, and he always has the latest, greatest pick, strategy, all that stuff. So he's a great person to watch. That's what we got on the screen right now. This is on his Korean account. He is master tier in Korea. He is rank 1100. This is very high elo in one of the best servers in the world, and he is playing this Kalista top strategy. On this account, he has 33 Kalista games played and a 73% win rate, and that is in Korean master tier. So if he can pull that off in that kind of environment, this pick must be very strong, and it's definitely something you guys can use in your games. If you're in a different region, if you're in a lower rank, you can definitely pull this pick off. Kalista top is very strong, and in this video we're going to be breaking down how to make this pick work, why it's good, and hopefully how you guys can gain some LP with it. So first, I think it is really important to understand the rune page and kind of talk about that and how he's making that work, because it's always important to have the right rune page with any pick, any strategy. So this is going to be Hail of Blades Kalista top. It is going to be Hail of Blades, Taste of Blood, Ghost Poro, Ravenous Hunter, and in the Precision secondary with Overheal and Legend Alacrity. Obviously the Hail of Blades is just to make you really strong early game. You are Kalista, you are the ultimate lane bully. The ranged top laners are already such bullies to so many champions in the top lane, and Kalista, now that she's actually in a decent spot, which she really hasn't been for a while, she is the strongest ranged top laner. She's the most lane bully. She's the hardest early game. Just kind of get in your face, be super annoying, poking you, dashing you around, solo killing you really even. And this rune page makes her so strong early. But then obviously you're an AD carry, so you're going to scale decently as well, especially relative to stuff like top laners and everything. Another really important part of the strategy is, since Kalista is used to being with a support, she kind of, puts her thing on the support so she can ult them in and ult them away, ult them in, ult them out, whatever. You do have to kind of make sure you're thinking about who you're actually going to bind to with that Kalista ultimate, with the kind of item you get at the beginning of the game. You have a couple options. I think most of the time you're going to be binding to the jungler. Obviously the top laner is interacting with your team's jungler the most often. You can ult them and then throw them in for ganks so they can gank your lane and have a really nice engage. But every once in a while you're going to have something like a Karthus jungle, or a jungle that you don't really want to be ulting in or out. Like Karthus, if he's in the middle of everyone, he dies. That's fine, he's Karthus. And you don't just want to throw him into the middle of everyone either. So you have a couple options. If you have an engaged support, you could actually bind to your support. If you have something like a Nautilus or a Leona, throwing them into the other team for a free massive engage, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be good. And then if you don't really have good options in jungle or support, you can also always bind to your mid laner or AD carry, and you can be a free get out of jail card for them. If they ever get into trouble, you just yoink them out and then you're all good. So Kalista actually provides a lot of interesting utility to the team if you use it in creative ways. But most of the time you're going to be wanting to bind to your jungler and using that to just be really strong in the 2v2. As far as the skill building order, you're going to be putting your first point into E, and then you're going to be putting 2 points into Q, and then you're going to be alternating E and Q from there on out. So you go E, Q, Q, E, Q, E, Q, E, Q. Obviously, you're putting points in your ultimate when you can. TheShy actually doesn't put a point into ult at level 10. Again, that's going to depend on your game. If you need to put a point in ult earlier because your jungler is going to be interacting with you a lot in the 2v2, that's fine. But if you don't want to put points into ultimate later because you are planning on binding to the support, mid laner, AD carry, then, don't put those points in ult until later. And then he actually doesn't put a single point in W until level 13, and then he just starts maxing W from there. So it's mostly about your Q and E, getting them really strong, allowing you to lane bully, being just really strong with that. Even though the W can give you a lot of vision, a little bit of protection, maybe you would consider putting 1 point in that early, but you can just get enough vision down. And since you are Kalista, you're going to be playing very aggressive, you're going to be jumping around a lot, getting in people's faces, you are going to be susceptible to ganks. That is the problem with all ranged top laners, all AD carries in the top lane, that they do die to a lot of ganks, and it can be tough, and you can really get snowballed on. But if you ward well, and you are just, kind of tracking the jungler a little bit, you can pick your times of when to be aggressive and when not to. But this Kalista is going to be so strong in 1v1, so strong in duels, so strong in side lanes, it's going to be so annoying. And then you still get the objective secure and all the other good things that come along with Kalista. You can see here, she's just 2v1ing people on the screen. Pretty disgusting, her damage. That was disgusting right there. Katarina just got one shot. But into the build, which is again another really important part of this. He's going to be starting out with a Dorn's Blade in a pot. First back, he's going to be getting another Dorn's Blade. The double Dorn's Blades just to be a really annoying, really insane lane bully. Then he's going to be going into an early Berserker Greaves because Kalista is really good with that attack speed. And then he's going Sanguine Blade into Blade of the Ruined King into Rapid Fire Cannon. After that, it's going to be situational items. You can get a Merc Skim if you need a QSS. Sometimes he goes into an Armor Pen item with something like the Last Whisper. He goes Phage item, something like Black Cleaver sometimes. It just really depends. It's going to be really, really dependent. But you're Kalista, so you're trying to end the game relatively early. So really that 3-item power spike is hopefully as far as you're getting. And that's where he's ending most of his games. Most of his games are ending before 30 minutes. He's getting really ahead, really dominating lane, and then able to snowball that so well because he can 2v1, 3v1 in the side lanes, and it's just really disgusting. And he just creates so much pressure and opportunities for his team. I think this is a really, really strong pick. Again, TheShy has a 73% win rate with it in solo queue. He's been tearing it up, and I think this is going to really start to get more and more popular. I think you're going to be starting to see this a lot more often. You know, League of Legends is a copycat thing. When somebody in Korea or China is able to do something really, really well in high elo, you're going to start seeing North American, EUS, all those pro players start playing it, and it's just going to trickle its way down. So if you want to get ahead of the curve before this thing gets nerfed or gets destroyed or anything, you want to have a very strong, very overpowered top lane pick, try out the Kalista top. But that's going to be pretty much it for this video today, guys. Just my Kalista top guide, giving you just, guys, a way to hopefully gain some more elo to have another really strong, overpowered pick in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, definitely subscribe so you have all my latest content. We got tons more guides, strategies, tips, breakdowns, all that stuff coming to you guys in the near future. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Kalista top? Are you going to be trying it out? And if you do, let me know how that goes for sure. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next video, but until then, peace.